and told Jodi, man.
Well, I came with Laurbrook. It was Laurbrook.
Not Waldorf. I'm sorry, Laurbrook Academy.
Very first group.
Yeah. You came back and they were helping us build that first building out there.
That's right. Yeah.
And then you went home and told Jodi, you weren't too enthused initially, right?
No,
well, I didn't tell her, just for the record. I asked her. I don't tell her anything.
I mean, you were telling her about it.
Yes.
Okay.
He was informing me.
I didn't finish my sentence.
Giving me very little information, as men do. I don't know that, honey. I don't know. It's like, where are we going to drink? I don't know. Where are we going to live? I don't know. But we're going. It's like, I don't know.
So you were a little reluctant initially.
Yeah, definitely. Had a lot of, needed the Lord actually to tell me,
really?
Yes, this is what he wanted to do so he wouldn't be crazy. Didn't have enough faith, I think. But have I had enough faith now? Still growing in it, but the Lord's still blessing me.
Now, you wouldn't leave it for the world right now?
No, not at all. Actually, I mean, my parents and everything, my friends are like, I can't believe you've been there 8 years. 8 years. And it's like, yeah, but it's life. I love it. I love the interior, rural, bush area, not that city life at all. And I love it for both my kids. They came here at 6 and 10. My daughter's in college now in Argentina in nursing. And my son is graduating next year. And we love it. We really, really do. This isn't just that whole mission field thing.
You are now from here. You've enculturated. You love the people. You love your work. God has fulfilled you. Great joy in your work.
Yes.
Pain, of course. Tears.
Pain. Not so much of tears, more frustration, honestly. He hasn't had us cry because all of our needs have been met. Now, whether stress or worry is it on time? It's always on time, just not the time we thought it was going to be. But so he keeps giving us those little tests, but he has always come through. There is nothing that we haven't had.
Wow.
Yeah, Warren and I always say, he always comes and says, lack ye anything? You know, and now I have custom-made cabinets.
Wow.
I couldn't get this done in the States when my husband was working for a Fortune 500 company or whatever, and now I'm in the mission field, and I have custom cabinets.
You sound like come on down.
Come on down. Yeah, come be a missionary. The Lord blesses you.
So you might, there's sacrifices, but really the fulfillment of your work, and God just gives you more than little gifts here and there that just go the extra mile.
Oh man, I wouldn't even call them little gifts. They're amazing. They're huge gifts. I think the biggest gift outside of all the stuff that we normally say is we have no bills. We have no debt. The Lord keeps supplying our needs, so we're worry-free, you know, and He's letting everything grow in our garden, so we're able to feed ourselves, and the other people come and gives us all of the niceties of life just to make our journey a little easier, so God's even taking care of that aspect as well.
Wow. Just want to tell me a little bit. You've been here, you went home, you told your wife, told Jodi, you decided to come down lock, stock, and barrel. You sold everything. You came down.
Yes.
And you started this school, and right on this jungle river out in the middle of Guyana, South America. And how many students have you graduated from here already?
Oh boy, Jodi, you're gonna have to help. We've
just
had,
a rough.
We just our 6th class, probably about 60 students that we've graduated since we've been here.
So the graduation class, it's a small school as far as the number, but the teacher ratio is very good, and the spiritual impact is tremendous.
Absolutely. Our teacher-student ratio is about 1 to 6. So, Guyana, we just had the Ministry of Education here in our home talking to us. The official government student-teacher ratio is about 1 to 35, 1 to 40. That's best case, scenario. That's what they plan for.
So talking about the ability to influence students, and you got them 24 hours here.
Oh yeah.
No day students hardly.
No, we don't have any.
Right.
Even those that live right across the river reside on the campus. They can go home on the weekends because we understand the impact of morning worships, evening worships, the ability to come and speak to us in the middle of the night, to get counseling when they're having difficult times. So it's more family-like.
Also, the work program, they're there, so they actually learn other skills, how to be self-sufficient, as opposed to just, I'm going to school, now I go home, watch TV, or play on the computer, which, we don't really have here, but at least now they actually lead with the skill. They're able to build or to farm, to sustain themselves.
So it's an industrial secondary school.
So the industrial aspect
skilled. And even if they don't go to
well.
school again, they can make a living,
They can
whereas
make a
if those that do are qualified academically to do so.
That's right. That's right.
And they have a choice, you know, of whichever one their aptitude is leaning towards is where we try to encourage and strengthen that aspect of it.
Now you have a lot of student missionaries that work here. Well, let me just follow me here. We're
Okay.
going to be talking outside of some of that agriculture stuff. We're just going to try to get a quick shot here. You have a lot of student missionaries that come from all over the world as well, right? That come and help you?
Yeah, it's amazing. We never know where they're coming from and when they're coming, but every year God sends young student missionaries from different parts of the world. Right now, we have a young lady from England. We have a young lady from North America. Another one just left from England, a young man from Italy. We have
nice.
two from
All over the world.
Guyana.
Yeah.
We had family from Australia. So, yeah, they come from all over. And we're always surprised at how they found out about this little school in the middle of nowhere. So it's interesting.
What do they do if somebody was interested in wanting to come help you teach here? Would they, there's an application process, who do they see?
Yes, actually, they go through the GMI website so that our organization can actually have an accurate record, and if there's any other questions, then GMI is really good at doing that. And then that application is forwarded to us here. I read them every time I go to town, and then I begin to communicate directly with those people to answer
So they
their questions.
initially they make the contact through the gospelministry.org website.
Yes.
Click on volunteers. Actually, the volunteer coordinator is Bobby at Gospel Ministry, which is B-A-B-I at Gospel Ministry. They write to her. She does the homework, sends the applications out, and you get them and you start communicating.
Yes, directly with them. They ask all sorts of questions, especially the females that have children. You know, what about the education? Where do I bathe?
Yeah.
How's the food? What do I buy down there? And that sort of thing. So it takes a little while, but we converse freely. When Warren goes to town, he calls everyone, and so they can get a feel of who we are, and we get a feel of who they are, and then they come and they see if it works, and as long as you endure.
Yeah, that's the beauty of self-supporting work and this organization. They're not all of the formalities. You know, when the application is here, I get the phone number, call Jodi, emails, and say, okay, when do you want to come? And most people are surprised. Okay, well, what else do I have to do? Who else do I need to talk to? You know, you need to talk to the airline and get a ticket and come on down. And so we're able to be quite flexible and to move quickly. So when the Lord moves upon someone's heart and they're ready to sell all or to come into the mission field, we don't want to hinder them with, you know, being overly bureaucratic and making it difficult. So we want to enable the folk to come into the mission field as opposed to hinder them.
And we want everyone to just come. With any skills that you have or with no skills at all. We found that we've developed a lot of skills once we arrived here that we didn't have in the States. So that's not a prerequisite either. You know, do I have to be a degree teacher, or do I have to know how to build a house or whatever? You come, there's enough work in the Lord's vineyard to do to accommodate everyone.
Being willing to do whatever.